As requested, you guys wanted to see the final overclock I decided to do on my Ryzen build. So on the right, I want to kick off some renders. On the right side, I have the Xeon computer, which I obviously can't overclock. And on the left side, I have the Ryzen 1700 build I did, which I was able to overclock to 3.6 gigahertz. I was also able to bring the RAM up to the full speed. That's one of the reasons I decided to do only 16 gigabytes of RAM at this time, because a lot of motherboards are having trouble getting up to the higher speeds with larger DIMMs and or more than 2 DIMMs. Yeah, the overclocking process is really easy to do in the BIOS. You can enter in whatever multiplier you want. I didn't even raise the voltage. I'm using the stock CPU cooler currently, so I'm slightly concerned with temps. The temps seem to be low enough, but I don't want to push it too hard. Now after this render is done, I'm going to show the new V-Ray benchmark as well on both of these. V-Ray benchmark wasn't released yet when I was doing the first video, so I was just running V-Ray standalone. I kind of like doing this side-by-side render so you can see which buckets are slowing things down. There's subsurface scattering on the red plastic there, which tends to slow certain processors down more than others. So overclocked, it took 121 seconds, which is about 20 seconds slower. So I think a lot of that's due to the memory and the higher clock speed, but the memory speed did seem to help out quite a bit. Um, so just waiting for the Xeon to finish up those last two buckets. And that was roughly around the same time as before. So I'm going to go ahead and do the V-Ray benchmark on CPU on both of these. But as I said in the earlier video, the reason I'm doing this comparison between these two is you can purchase these boxes for pretty similar amounts. These refurbished Xeon processors are a good way to build your server farm out on the cheap, even though they do produce a lot of heat. But now that the AMD processor is out, and if you don't need lots of memory or ECC RAM, I mean, the performance is really far up there.